Yes, people, it's game day. Today is the big day. It's Arsenal versus Newcastle. I would say Arsenal is still a title contender. However, Newcastle is not really what a lot of people expected them to be this season. But I think Newcastle might just upset Arsenal today. I think the Arsenal fans might be a bit worried about this game today because this is an interesting game. Arsenal, for them to stay up there and have a chance to win this, they would want to win this game today. I don't think they would want to drop any points today. Let's just see where how the table is looking right now. So Arsenal is in they're in the third spot. Newcastle is down there at number 8. But Arsenal is that team that they tend to drop points in these kind of games. This is a trap game for Arsenal today. This is a trap game for Arsenal today. And Newcastle, this to me, it's a nightmare matchup because Newcastle can come out the blocks firing and maybe go up on Arsenal two goals early, and Arsenal has to chase the game. Still think Arsenal has the quality though defensively. Newcastle wants to play that up and down the field kind of football, and I think that might work in Arsenal's favor. However, I still think Arsenal needs an out and out striker. I still think they need that striker. I still think Arsenal needs that striker who is gonna get the goals. I feel like Jesus, he's a bit inconsistent. Was injured early on. Don't know if he's back up like when he came from City. I don't know if Nketiah gets the start today. He needs to come up big. Erdegaard needs to come up big as well today. But this is people. This is a trap game today. I'm telling you, this is a trap game today. So, but Arsenal does have that quality though. I think Arsenal would jump up to number 2 behind Man City. They would be on 27, 1 point in front of Tottenham. So I think they would want to get all 3 points today. I don't think Arsenal wants to draw this game and stay in third. Liverpool is lurking around there on 23 points. Aston Villa is also lurking on 22 points. So it's it's a big weekend in football. It's a big matchup. Um, However, I think Arsenal would like to score in this game early because I think if Newcastle scores in this game early, I think they're gonna run away with it based on the style of football that they play. They tend to play this open-ended kind of football, while Arsenal wants to play it out from the back, get their playing working out. Oh, JD is saying, bless up. Hope Newcastle beat the brakes off them. said, as I said, JD, this might be a trap game today. This might be a trap game for Arsenal today. I'm not gonna lie to you. This might be a trap game. Bless up yourself, know yourself. This might be a trap game for Arsenal today. They tend to drop points against these kind of teams. The Newcastles, those kind of teams that's lurking around there. And if they want to win the EPL this season, they will have to win games like this. They will have to show that they have the quality to win these kind of games. They can't drop 3 points here and still contend for the title. I just think Man City is finally starting to rev up. They're back up in the first spot. And the verdict is still out on Tottenham. A lot of people don't know if Tottenham is that good. But Newcastle, this is a dangerous game for Arsenal today, people. It's a dangerous game. JD says, yes, it's always a tough game at Newcastle. It is. It's gonna be a tough one. Did you guys get to watch the championship games today? Bro, there was so many games on today. It was unbelievable. It was a lot of games on today. There was a lot of games on today. Um, I want to definitely check on some stats from Arsenal here. and just see some of their statistics over the past couple of games, because I know everybody who watches football knows that Newcastle, though Newcastle is a bit disappointed this season, a lot of people know that Newcastle can beat Arsenal. And for Arsenal to really win the league, they will have to win a game like this. They can't drop any points today. Because Man City, bro, Man City lost games and they're still in number one. That tells you. And Man City, everybody knows that Man City gets better. Man City gets better throughout. Man City gets better the later it goes on into the season. So I think Newcastle would want to come in and just Arsenal would want to come in and handle business today against a pretty quality. This is a quality opponent, bro. This is a real good test for Arsenal here. I think if they beat Newcastle today, we can say that Arsenal is not a fluke. If they beat Newcastle today, we can say they are not really a fluke. We can say, okay, they really look like they're up for it. They really, because if you look at last season, they were going well, and then Arsenal start dropping points against some weaker opponents, yo. Some weaker opponents. Yeah. So, Newcastle goals scored. Newcastle has scored 18 goals in their last 10 games, while Arsenal has scored 23 goals. This suggests that Arsenal is more offensively potent. However, past statistics, Newcastle has a good record against Arsenal in recent years, having won 3 of their last meetings. Newcastle has beaten Arsenal 3 out of the last 5 times. However, Arsenal is in farm. They're a farm team right now, having won 4 of their last 5 games. Let's just look at the rankings here. Newcastle is currently 10, well, 8. Arsenal is third. Recent performance has drawn 3 out of their last 5 games. Newcastle has drawn 3 out of their last 5 games, while Arsenal has won 4 out of their last 5. Up and running S Technic. S Technic, which team do you support? Are you an Arsenal fan, bro? Um, are you an Arsenal fan? Key players, injuries, and stuff. Based on the factors. My prediction for this game, though, is Arsenal 2-1. Um, Arsenal 2-1. My prediction for this game. I think Arsenal might just have the slight edge. But if Newcastle scores first in this game, I think they run away with this one, people. If Newcastle scores first in this game, I think they run away with this. If Arsenal scores first, it's a 2-1 game to Arsenal. It's a 2-1 game to Arsenal if they score first. But if Newcastle scores first with this up and down the field kind of play, Arsenal is gonna have to be chasing the game. Marsell gets a game for Petersburg. Okay, that's in the championship, JD. Because City either lose or win. Arsenal, others draw a lot. Yeah, and I think that's what catches up to them at the end. Most of the time at the end of the season. Big up yourself, as Technic. JD said Newcastle has a lot of key injuries, but still a fighting team. Yeah. To me, it's more the style of play today. JD, it's the style of play today for me that's gonna be concerning. Newcastle likes to play that free flowing, run up and down the field kind of football. Arsenal likes to play out of the back, and we don't know how that is gonna I don't know how that is gonna translate in this game. So it's almost a wait and see in this game. Um, know yourself, say JT. I will try and watch the game, the Arsenal game. You gotta watch the game, bro. It's a top game today. West Ham let Brentford come back and win that game. That was a tricky one. Um, what we got here in the FA Cup. Oh, that was in the FA Cup. There was a lot of games today in the FA Cup. Yeah. I think I was watching Reading at one point. Arsenal Gunners for life. We're leaving the cannon today. We're bringing S Technic say he's bringing the Stinger missile today, people. Um, he's bringing the Stinger missile out today. As I said, S Technic today. That midfield has to click for Arsenal today. Erdegaard, all those guys, they have to come up big today, bro. JD, let me know if you agree with me. And Estechnik, you're an Arsenal fan. Doesn't I think Arsenal needs they need a striker. Arsenal needs a striker. I know Nketiah has played well when he gets his opportunity. Jesus, for me, Jesus is he's hot and cold. I think his first season when he left City and came to Arsenal, he was top brass. But right now, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure that they have what it takes to go all the way. However, they're going to be in the discussion. I think Liverpool is also warming up a bit, and Manchester City look like they just like put their foot on the gas. Look like they're just ready to take it again. Man City looks like they're ready to take it. Yeah. JDC 100% they need a striker. Yeah, I do think they need a striker, man. They need a striker. Arsenal J Taylor is their another team. Oh, Newcastle. What do you mean by that, S Technique? I don't think Newcastle is as good as Arsenal, bro. They're not as good as Arsenal. It's just the only fear in this game for me in this game, the only fear I have for Arsenal in this game is Newcastle's style of play. The style of play that Newcastle play, that up and down the park style of play, they can beat anybody on a good day. That's the only thing I'm concerned about for Arsenal today. However, Arsenal does have the quality. That's why I said I think the team that scores first in this game, the team that scores first in this game wins the game for me. I honestly believe that based on the matchup, the team that scores first, if Arsenal scores first, I can't see Newcastle. I think Newcastle is gonna be too exposed, and they're gonna try to experiment and try to go on the attack, and I don't think they will be able to win today. But if Arsenal goes down and Newcastle is still playing that wild up and down the field kind of football, I don't see Arsenal winning. I think that will be a 3-1 game or a 3-2 game. But however, my scoreline for this game is Arsenal 2, Newcastle 1. That's my scoreline for today, guys. So all the bettors out there, um, 2.5 is gonna be tough to get it over 2.5. Um, I would bet on the under 2.5 goals. That means you need 3 goals in the game. It could possibly be a 1-0 game as well or a 2-0 game. So but it could also be the 2-1. So it's a tricky game for the betters today, and they're off. And they are off, people. We can just put up the game tracker on the screen here. We can just put up the game tracker on the hold on. Uh, extra share screen. Let's just share the screen. This is the tracker. There you got it. Yeah, we uh, we don't want any volume. Arsenal has started well. Newcastle just bouncing it, knocking it around in the back. As you can see, Newcastle is already trying to go down the flanks. Let's see what JD is saying here. Ivan Tony will be needed, but Chelsea will buy him. You think Ivan Tony will end up at Chelsea? As Technic say, yes, we need a striker, but good teams find a way to win. Yeah, I think they're doing well without a top striker at Arsenal. So it seems Nketiah got the start today. as you can see. And Nketiah got the start today. And S Technique, I think Arsenal, they shouldn't have brought in those. They created a problem by having two quality keepers. I think they created a big problem there by having so many quality goalkeepers out there, um, that they basically don't know who they need to pick. JD says, yes, Newcastle is as good as Arsenal squad, to be honest. Yeah, on their day, it's yes, Brentford want 100 million and Arsenal is not paying that. I think Ivan Toney would be a good striker for Arsenal because his hold up play is amazing. And Arsenal, but I want to does Ivan Toney's style of hold up play really matches the way Arsenal plays football though? That's another thing. Because Brentford plays that isolation, um, where they get it up there to their striker. Ivan Toney fights for that 50-50 ball, and if he gets on it, he holds it up until other players join him in attack. On the other hand, Arsenal likes to build it up from the back through the goalkeeper all the way into the goal. But it seems like Newcastle here is having a lot of early position on the ball. They seem quite comfortable. I think both teams are just searching out each other and just feeling out the game early on. Let me know when Reese Nelson comes on the pitch. So S Technic is here. S Technic is on not S Technic. Lee Young is here to see Reese Nelson. Still don't know. It's tough, bro. It's very hard for Reese Nelson to break into this Arsenal team. It's just too many. They have too many quality players. I was surprised that Reese Nelson signed a extension with Arsenal this summer. I thought he should have moved on, bro. I thought he should have moved on because I can't see him playing. Yo, big up everybody over there on Facebook, wherever you are in the world. Share and like the video. Thanks everybody over there on Facebook. Drop your prediction in the comment section and let me know who you got winning this game here. Everybody over there on Facebook, drop your predictions and let me know who you have winning the game. Let me also I'm gonna drop the StreamYard link for anybody who wants to join me on the stream. Let's drop the StreamYard link there. Arsenal is on the move. Still, the game is a bit. I think both teams are very cautious in the first 4 minutes played. 4 minutes and 36 seconds played in this game. Arsenal has kind of settled in now. Start playing that style of football, ball possession. They're starting to press up a bit higher. But we have Newcastle here on the break. Okay, that one went outside. Guys, this is going to be a really good game of football today, up and down the park. Two teams that likes to get at their opponent. I like this kind of open-ended football. We're going to see a lot. I think when the game, that's why I said whoever scores first in this game wins this game for me today. Newcastle is on the break here. Newcastle is on the break coming down the left-hand side. Good defending by the Arsenal defender. But back to Newcastle. Cross into the box. Oh, brilliant save by the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper there came off his line. Goalkeeper for Arsenal there came off his line to make it looks like a comfortable save, but those balls coming into the box at an angle can be quite dangerous. Yeah, Newcastle seems to be on the front foot a bit here. Newcastle seems to be on the front foot here in the early goings. All the Gunners fans out there right now, I think the Gunners fans out there right now must be shaking. I think all the Gunners fans out there right now, as I said, this is a trap game for Arsenal, people. This is a trap game for Arsenal. This is a trap game for Arsenal. I promise you. This is a trap game for Arsenal, people. Thanks everybody over there on Facebook. We have 40 people watching over there on Facebook. Like and share the video wherever you are in the world. Big up everybody over there in Africa, in Nigeria, in Senegal. I see that we're having a lot of viewers over there in Nigeria and in Senegal. We know the EPL is very big in Africa. So big up everybody over there in Africa. I saw it on Facebook. Okay, you saw it on Facebook, JD. All right, that's awesome. That's big. That's big. That's good that it's in the algorithm over there on Facebook. Arsenal is in possession here. Foul. Yeah, Newcastle is looking a bit flustered. They're trying to clear the ball very quickly. They're not looking very composed. I think Arsenal is finally starting to rev up the engine a little bit here. Oh, all right. Islam. Yeah, big up yourself over there on Facebook, Islam. I don't know what that link is, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people won't be clicking on that, bro. Saliba has been quite consistent for Arsenal this season. I'm not gonna lie. Saliba has improved. He looks more composed. He looks he looks more sure of what he wants to do. I can't lie about that. He looks like a different defender. Because last season we were also a bit we were questioning whether or not Arsenal had good enough center backs to hold up. um, but I think this season, I think they have answered the questions there. The problem for Arsenal is for me is just striker, striker, striker. They need a striker. They need a out and out striker. JD, what happened to the out and out number nine in football? We're not seeing a lot of out and out number nines coming through, even in the EPL. I can't, other than Hoyland, like there's not a lot of out and out number nines that we can say. Arsenal could get this number nine to just come in and change things. Even looking in the Serie A, looking in La Liga, I'm not seeing a lot of out and out number nine players. I'm not seeing a lot of top number nine. That tells me how much the game of football has really changed. Okay. I was watching Salernitana. Okay, versus Napoli. That's where Travante Stewart plays early, and I must say that I felt ashamed. Travante Stewart not play right. His runs, his positioning in around the box was way off. Hopefully, yeah, I said it. They went for more fluid center forward instead of a striker. Okay, Jordan Daly. Well, yeah, I understand that, and maybe the striker that Arsenal has right now matches the style of play that they play, where they pass it outside the box. But I'm saying is, when the games get really tough and teams starting to compete with you, you sometimes needs that out and out center forward. Sometimes your team need that out and out center forward who can sometimes just create some problems for defenders. Jesus is a center forward instead of a striker. Jesus is a bit small for me, JD. I like my center forwards to have a little size on them as well. To be honest to you, I like when my center forwards have a little size on them. Um, if you look at Nketiah, not the biggest player. Jesus, not the biggest player. I just believe that, and when you compare them to the center backs in the EPL, they just look like minions to those guys. And Ketia JD says, okay, let's put up the comment here from Jadine. JD, are you over there on Facebook? Big up yourself. Okay, got my first comment on Facebook. Jesus is a center forward instead of a striker, says JD. So what's the difference between a center forward and a striker? Is the striker the false nine, where he's not really a out and out, where he's not a out and out center forward? What's the difference? How are we looking at it here? Is it the false nine is the striker, and the center forward is that out and out um, center forward who just sits there on the center back? Would you say Ivan Tony? So Ivan Tony is a center forward. Okay. So all right. So JD is saying the center forward is the false nine, and the striker. Okay, the striker is the out and out. Okay, out and out striker, false nine. Okay. Yeah, this game is still a bit cagey. Arsenal is finding it a bit difficult to basically penetrate this Newcastle team, as Newcastle is pressing Arsenal pretty high up the park in their half of the field. Let's just look at some of the statistics here. Attacks target, dangerous attack, 6-4. Ball possession, Arsenal is still getting most of the ball possession, is a 56 to 44% ball possession. That tells me that Newcastle is still getting a lot of ball possession, as you can see here. We are at St. James's Park, and you can see some of the statistics there. Last 5 games, Newcastle win 1, draw 1, lose 3. Just sharing some of the statistics with you there. And you can see dangerous attack 6-5, 56% ball possession for Newcastle on this one here. 56% ball possession for Newcastle. Corner kick for Arsenal. Let's see if Arsenal makes something out of this set piece here. Big up everybody who, wherever you are around the world. Shout out to all of the Arsenal fans, to all of the Newcastle fans, everybody over there on Facebook. Like and share the video. Remember to follow the page, follow Sports Prophecy for all the live streams, for all the big games and the watch alongs. Thank you everybody who's over there on Facebook. Over there on Facebook, we have 53 people over there on Facebook watching the game. Really appreciate watching the watch along while watching the game. Thank you guys. Shout out to everybody over there in Africa. Okay, JD said that's why they don't press. Okay, you're talking about Arsenal. That's why they don't press on the center backs. Okay, center forward falls 9. So he's saying Ivan Tony is a striker. Okay, but Ivan Tony, he has a lot of problems. I don't think he will end up at Arsenal when he comes back. IT push, big up yourself. IT push, are you an Arsenal fan? I don't know. I don't even know what team you support. Are you an Arsenal fan? You seem like you might be a Liverpool fan, you know. You seem like you might be a Liverpool fan. Okay, balanced game so far, like the power runs. Yeah, the game look quite even here in the first half. 7, as you can see by dangerous plays here, dangerous attacks is 7-7, and the ball possession has basically changed over. As you can see, 51 percent ball possession for Newcastle to 49% ball possession. Shots on target, as you can see there, Arsenal 2-1 in that. There still not a lot happening in this game as yet. It's still quite early in this game. Still not a lot. Still not a lot happening in the game. I think both teams are still trying to find their footing in this game. Thanks everybody over there on Facebook for joining us wherever you are. If you are you in Africa, are you in Asia, are you in South America, North America, wherever you are, football fans, it's Saturday and this is the big matchup. Newcastle Arsenal. Arsenal can't afford to lose this game today. They don't want to slide down the table because Liverpool is lurking again. And as you can see, Tottenham still has a game in hand to play while in second. So I think Arsenal would want to win this game and jump into the second spot behind Man City on this one. Okay, change his name. What JD said? He changed his name. It it push. Oh, it's IT push. JC. Yo, that's crazy, man. Arsenal is on the attack here. Good breakup by the Newcastle defender. Newcastle seems like they want to attack down that right hand side a bit. That's where most of their attacks has come in the first half. Arsenal on it. Saka laid that off nicely. No, we have Arsenal going down the right hand side. Just a little hold up play, ball out of bounds here. Joel Linton, he has been a pretty good player for Newcastle United. And ever since Saka came back from injury, I kind of I want to see how he plays today. Saka is still looking like he's not back fully to the Saka that started the season. But for Arsenal to win this game today, Arsenal needs a good performance from Saka. I think Saka is one of the most improved players in the EPL. Nketiah here on the break. Good defending again. Nketiah was forced outside the 18. Now Newcastle is back on the break. They back on the attack. Going down the right hand side. Let's see if he could get the cross into the box here. Colin Wilson just turned that over. Wasn't a good first touch there by the Newcastle man in front of Arsenal goal. Arsenal is now on the attack, and Nketiah didn't really time the run. Back to Saka. This is where Saka is really dangerous. Got the shot off, but the shot was blocked. Arsenal still has it. A corner kick here. Okay, corner kick here, guys. Corner kick to Arsenal here. Let's look if the stats has improved in this game. Ball possession. Can see that Newcastle is still eating up a lot of the ball possession. It's back over on their side. 54 to 46% ball possession. Shots on target. However, Arsenal has 3-2 shots on target there, as you can see. 8 dangerous attacks for Arsenal to 15. Okay, hold on. Here you can have some of the stats here. 45 to 55 ball possession. Corner kick for Arsenal. They got 3 corner kicks already. To 0 for Newcastle. Shots on target. Let's see the corner kicks here. Just going over the records of both teams. Stats. Let's see if we can see a little bit more stats here. .45 to 55% ball possession. Back to the overview. JD says Saka. He says Saka is good, even half injured, very energetic. Yeah, he makes Saka is the man that makes that Arsenal attack tick over basically. So 55% ball possession for Arsenal. Arsenal is finally starting to just dominate ball possession a bit more here. They're under attack again. Another corner kick. Arsenal seems like they finally start to prowl a bit. They're just edging closer and closer. Arsenal looks like the team that's most likely to score in this first half. Yeah, man, they look like they're the most likely team to score. Yeah. We max it. And shout out to everybody. You can follow We Max It Football. Everybody over there in Africa as well. You can follow We Max It Football. He streams games sometimes live, especially on the female side. So if you're over there in Africa, you might want to subscribe to We Max It Football, guys. Everybody over there on Facebook. Live Newcastle versus Arsenal on Instagram. My page is okay. All right, that was from Karma Killuminati. Okay, all right. My name Killuminati. Killuminati, big up yourself wherever you are in the world, bro. Throw in for Newcastle United. Yeah, man, what a name. I thought the same. Killuminati. That's something to really take a look at. What a name. Newcastle in possession here. Newcastle is just moving it a bit. Newcastle is moving it around a bit. Arsenal turned that over very quickly. Arsenal seems like they're finally getting their footing. But this is what it comes down to again, guys, where I say, like, when a game gets this tough, this is where a striker, a out and out striker comes in for me. Where this game seems like both teams are just so competitive in the middle of the park. You need that striker sometimes who's going to get you that header, or who's going to make that dangerous run into the box to basically just give the center backs of the opponent something to think about. And I think both teams as well. I think Newcastle needs a striker as well. I think Newcastle has really good wing play, guys. We have Trippier, we have all those guys. I think they have really good wing play, decent in the middle of the park. Colin Wilson is just he's decent, but I still think Newcastle um, needs a striker as well. Still think Newcastle needs a striker. Yeah, yeah, but JD, like Wilson, I don't think Colin Wilson is averaging 15 goals a season or 20 goals a season. How much, guys? Let me know in the comment section. How many goals per season would you say a good striker needs to have for you? How many goals per season would you say a good striker needs to have for you to say, yo, that's a good striker? Because for me, you need your striker to be getting over 15 goals per season. You need a 15 goal a season striker if you're gonna win the if you're gonna really win the EPL. You need a 15 goal a season striker. How do I create a poll here? The game is still the game is still a bit tight. Nothing really, nothing big happening yet. Nothing big happening yet. I think both teams are still kind of struggling a bit to penetrate each other's defensive line. There we go. Let's just add a little poll here to see who the fans have winning this one. Let me check. Okay. He is a good finisher. Yeah, he's a pretty good finisher. JD says 18 goals, 5 assists last season. Okay, that's a very good stat. If Colin Wilson is getting 18 goals a season, that's but and I don't think he started every game last season, right? Don't know if he started every game last season. I think he was sharing he was sharing playing time last season. I really don't know. I'm trying to figure out if I could add a poll over there on Facebook, but it doesn't give me that option. It doesn't give me the option to add a poll on Facebook. So I will have to figure that out at a later date. Offside on that one for Newcastle. Yes, and he was starting. Okay, 18. Yeah, 18 goals in the Prem. 18 goals in the Prem is a real. Oh my God! Goal kick to Arsenal. Colin Wilson, but JD Colin Wilson got a few open chance opportunities there in the first half that he hasn't really put away. Yes, he wasn't starting all the games, but still a very good return. Still very good return on that one there. 29 minutes played, guys. Let's just look at the stats here. Arsenal seems like they're starting to really rev it up a little bit more. 57 percent ball possession for Arsenal. This seems like they finally just start to get into the game a bit more. 20 dangerous attacks, 38 to 20 attacks, as you can see there. Four corners for Arsenal. Newcastle yet to get a corner in this game. Newcastle still yet to get a corner kick in this game. As you can see there, they still yet to get a corner here. Four corners for Arsenal in this game already. I still I think I don't think Saka doesn't look Saka does I don't know if Saka is fully fit right now. He looks a bit like he's moving around quite gingerly out there. I still yet to see Saka really gets involved in this game like he was early on in the season. Still yet to see that from Saka. I'm waiting for him to come back because I think Arsenal lives and die off Saka going down that right hand side. He's very dangerous on those cuttings. Arsenal is a little better, but Newcastle still in it because of the Saka got hit right there on the tackle. That wasn't good. I don't think Arsenal can afford Saka going down in a game like this. Dangerous tackle there coming in from the Newcastle defender there on that one. Create chances by Arsenal. What a chance! What a chance miss! Yeah, that was a easy chance miss there by That was a easy chance there, miss. See, watching. People, so the people, I'm like, they want drill down the place, brother. Yes, live. Killuminati says he's over there on Instagram. Killuminati, big up yourself. Let's just look at the statistics here again. Throw in for Newcastle. 60% ball possession. Arsenal is finally looking like they're in command now. They're finally taking over the game. I think with Arsenal having 60% ball possession, Newcastle might be in a lot of problems. They started out, the game was a bit more even in the early goings, but Arsenal seems like, but Newcastle is still popping up here and there with those random opportunities in the game. I think Newcastle will have opportunities to score. However, they will have to score those tough opportunities. I don't think they can just play Arsenal where they miss those and still win the game. Okay, Nathan says, I like the way the game is going, Gunners. Okay, Nathan, drop your prediction in the game, bro. Let me know what's your prediction for this game. Pin. Okay, can I pin this? Yeah. Let me know your prediction in the game, Nathan. As you said, you like how Arsenal is looking right now in this game. Still think it's a quite even game. I know the ball possession might say something else, but I think it's still an even game. Still think it's an even game if you ask me. The ball possession might be on Arsenal's side, but I still think it's an easy game. The longer you keep a team like Newcastle around, I think the more. Okay. All right. That was Nathan. Nathan, that was my first prediction as well. And Nathan, remember to hit the follow button on the Sports Prophecy channel and follow us on Facebook over there. So, because we do watch alongs for all the big games around the world, maybe 2 or 3 games every week, Champions League, EPL, and international football. So, remember to hit the follow button on Facebook so whenever we're live, you guys can log on. And Nathan, let me know, where are you from? Where around the world are you? Are you in Africa? Let me know where around the world you are, Nathan. Are you in Africa, South America, or Oceania, or Asia, or Europe? Where are you around the world, bro? Let me know wherever you are. Just drop in the comment section on Facebook wherever you are around the world. Are you in Nigeria, Lagos? Are you in Ghana? Wherever you are around the world, just drop a comment in the comment section on Facebook and let me know where you're from so I could give you a shout out or give your shout out your city wherever you're from around the world. First yellow card here, 36 minutes played in the game. That was a dangerous tackle. That was a very dangerous tackle. Let's hope that doesn't go up to VAR. Okay, you're in Africa. What country is that, Nathan? What country is that? I'm not sure what flag that is because there's a lot of countries in Africa, bro. I'm not sure. What flag is that, Nathan? Let me know. Let me know what country is that in Africa, because Africa is a huge continent. So let me know what country you're in Africa. Oh, Zambia. Okay. Zambia. Bro, I think I was close to Zambia. I was in, let me know if Zambia is close to Cape Verde. Because I was in Cape Verde and then I went over to Senegal, and then you have what is it? And then you have Gambia. But let me know if Zambia is Zambia close to South Africa, or is Zambia close to Cape Verde and those places? I heard the name Zambia before. I don't think, are you close to like South Africa and Tanzania and those places? Or yeah, I'm not very good on where the countries are. I've only been to one place in Africa. I've been to Cape Verde and Senegal, those places, that little region, because those countries are very close together. But I haven't expanded my travels in Africa as yet. I haven't been to like Zambia or South Africa or those places. So let me know where Zambia is located. Kai Havertz, okay. That was a dangerous tackle. He's lucky he only got away with a yellow card on that one. But the game is getting a bit chippy, guys. I think the emotions now starting to take its toll on the game. You can see players are getting a bit more chippy. This tells a yellow card for Newcastle United here. Okay. Should have been a red card. Okay, it's a bit close to, yeah, that's what I thought. It's a bit close to South Africa, Tanzania, Malawi, Zimbabwe, and many more. Okay. All right. So in Zambia, do they speak Swahili? Is it so because a lot of those countries here speak Swahili, right? I don't know. Let me know. I'm getting some African history while we stream here. Let me know. Do they speak Swahili in Zambia? I'm not sure. Bless up to Richie Poe. The Richie man, log on and come and give me your quick take on the game. You are a Gunners fan, or maybe when you're watching Arsenal play, you don't want any distraction. But I would love to know your views, even at halftime in the game. I just dropped the link in the comment section so you could probably give me your take. Richie, would love to have you on at least at halftime for the game. You are the man. You are an Arsenal fan. I can't believe I didn't reach out to Richie Poe before I did the watch along for this game. Your team is going to have a tough game today against this Newcastle team. The emotions are running high. Both teams look like they're up for it today. Um, we have a lot of languages, but the official language is English. Okay, the official language in Zambia is English. Okay, we didn't know any. I don't know, and because I remember when I was in Africa, I saw these small aircrafts that said Zambia on it. So I guess they were flying in and out of Zambia. But let's read what Richie posted. Bless up from London. How far? Oh, fear is it to suggest this Prem season will be contested by 3 or 4 teams? Rizzo Boss in the building, where we max it has booked 3 floors plus the penthouse. Oh my God! Big up yourself, Richie. Richie, I did have Arsenal winning this game 2-1, but I said the team that scores first in this game. Oh my God. What a chance there for Newcastle in the box. What an opportunity for Newcastle to take the lead. The player was just not alert enough on the back post. His first touch was terrible on that one. And Arsenal got let off the hook there. That should have been 1-0. That should have been an easy tap in. He should have might have gone for that first one, just try to get it on the first touch in the back of the net instead of try to control it there in the box. But that was close. On the fringe of halftime, Arsenal just they got a bit lucky there, Richie, on that one. Arsenal got really lucky on that one, I have to say. Newcastle should have been two up. Yeah, Newcastle should have been two up in this game. Colin Wilson got an easy chance early on. I think he got two chances early on in this game, but he can't seem to get it right. But I think for Arsenal in the second half, Saka has to come back into the game. I believe that this Arsenal team, the way they are set up to play, if Saka is not clicking on all cylinders, Arsenal has a tough time. So I expect Saka, if Saka doesn't get more involved in this game in the second half, I think Arsenal, the Gunners, might be in some problems. Here we have Newcastle on the attack again, and Newcastle seems like they're getting a lot of traction down that right hand side. Most of, I think, 90% of their dangerous attacks for Newcastle has come down that right hand side there. Arsenal still, you can see the ball possession is kind of evening out a bit now, 55 to 45. That tells you how close this game is. The ball possession is finally evening out. Newcastle, however, they got three players on yellow cards in this game. Will there be a red in this game? Will there one to Arsenal, one card for the Arsenal team, but three yellow card already for Newcastle? So they have to be careful because I don't think they will be beating Arsenal today with. They won't be beating the Gunners today with 10 man. Um, I promise you that. JD says Arsenal is struggling to stop Newcastle power. I told you, JT, you did say that. But I didn't expect. I didn't expect that they would get. Well, as I said, Newcastle does play this up and down the field kind of free flowing football. Um, and they tend to attack a lot down that right hand side, and it's no difference today. No different today. It seems like they're getting a lot of traction down that right hand side on this Arsenal team. But let's see, we're almost 44 minutes played. Does Let's see how much time will be added for this second half of the game. 44 minutes played. Shouldn't be more than 4 minutes added on maximum. I think it should be at least 3 minutes added maximum for. Wasn't too many stoppages. There was a few fouls, but they got up and running back very quickly in this game. Yeah, you said only. Wow, JD thinks that only a red card can save Arsenal today. Wow, only a red card can save Arsenal today. I don't think so, man. I still think that the Gunners has the quality to come back out. Arteta will have to dig in his box of tricks and basically motivate his team to break through this Newcastle defense, because I think they're having a tough time in this Newcastle defense, and they're not getting the traction down the right hand side that they were looking for. They're not really getting the traction down that right hand side, so it can be a bit tricky, I have to say. Can be a bit tricky. Yes, counter is killing them. Yeah, Newcastle. I think Newcastle, because you see the way, the style of football that Arsenal plays, you're gonna get opportunities to catch them on that counter, because they move to they go forward as a unit, because they're making so much passes, or so many passes out the box. The entire team then has to push up for them to keep that expansive play going, and then it gives opponents an opportunity to catch Arsenal on the counter attack. But however, they will get opportunities the way they play, because the opponent also has to be sound on defense to basically withstand a team that can make so many passes. And Arsenal does have quality players. I don't think I don't think they don't have Erdegaard today. I don't think they big up yourself, D Lorenzo. I don't think they have Erdegaard today. I knew something wasn't right today, bro. I knew something wasn't right in the midfield for Arsenal. Erdegaard is not there today. Something wasn't clicking for me in the middle of the park. Great opportunity here. Easy save by the Newcastle goalkeeper on that one. I knew something wasn't right in the midfield for Arsenal today, guys. No Erdegaard today, and he's one of the man in the engine room for that Arsenal team. He's the man the last 2 seasons who has helped to revolutionize this Arsenal team. So without him, no, because maybe that's why Saka is not really functioning the way he usually does, because Erdegaard does a lot of work, a lot of movement off the ball in the middle of the park. I didn't even notice that Erdegaard wasn't out there. I didn't notice that Erdegaard wasn't out there. Now I can see what's happening. I didn't know that Colin Quest was a Newcastle fan, bro. What team do you support, Colin Quest? Yes, they lack the final passer. Yeah, JD, because I was wondering why is Saka so ineffective today. I was saying something was a clicking for me with this Arsenal team, but I was so focused on the stream while watching the game, I didn't even realize. So there it is, guys. It was 4 minutes added, as I said, maximum 4 minutes gonna be added to that game because there wasn't too many stoppages. Colin Quest says Newcastle is gonna whop them up. Colin Quest, I didn't yeah, bro. Yo, this is a real talk for me, bro. Declan Rice is not that guy that they try to make him out to be. Declan Rice and Mason Mount is two of the most overrated players in the Prem. Like England, the media, they just put these guys up there to say these guys are some of the best. Bro, I don't think Mason, look at Mason Mount at Manchester United. He's normal, bro. He's nothing outside the norm. And when you look at Declan Rice, he hasn't done anything for Arsenal. You wouldn't, if Declan Rice is not in this Arsenal team, you're not even gonna miss him, bro. You're not even gonna miss him. Not having a Erdegaard out there, you see how different Arsenal looks going forward. They don't look as potent as they usually do in their previous games, and that's the difference. Erdegaard, that's the difference. Because I think when Erdegaard is out there, he absorbs a lot of attention and he gives Saka that freedom down the right hand side. And today we can see that Saka is not in the game the way we want him to be. He's not getting the ball in those dangerous positions to then cut in and become effective. And I think not having an Erdegaard, um that's what holds it back. So I'm gonna drop the link. Let JD, you might can jump on for the halftime and just let me know what your thoughts are on the halftime. Or Richie Poe. Richie Poe, he's probably getting a cup of tea right now. He's there in London and he's a real Gunners fan over there in London. So he's probably doesn't want any distraction today. Richie Poe probably doesn't want any distraction today. Let me see if I could get him on the line. Maybe I could give him a quick call up. Maybe I could get him on the line for a quick call up. Let's see if even phone sound busy already. I don't think Richie Poe is going to be answering this call. Okay, so it's halftime. As you can see, guys, you can see the stats here on the screen. 52 to 48 percent ball possession. So the game is starting to just even out a bit. The game is starting to balance back out a bit. Um, Colin Quest say any team Jamaicans on, however, silently, Manu is my team. Manchester United is a walking disaster, my friend. Colin Quest, I wouldn't say I'm a Manchester United fan in public in 2023. You might even lose your manager. It's just chaotic. I know this is an Arsenal game, but quickly on Manchester United and that whole thing that's happening at Manchester United. Um, you have to, when you bring in a new coach, um when you bring in a new coach, you then have to cut some of the players who were a part of that toxic bunch of players. I think they have to let go of players like Bruno Fernandez has to go, um Rashford has to go. All those guys have to go if Manchester United wants to start fresh. And JD, give me a take, JD, a quick little wrap up on the first half. How did you see that one?
Oh yeah, bless up, bossy. Yes, I thought it was a good half of football to be honest. Both teams trying to battle for midfield.
Yeah,
All right, and for the first 25, I thought it was even in midfield, hence why you couldn't get Arsenal separated from Newcastle, but around from 25 to 35,
yeah,
I thought that Arsenal got the advantage in that midfield battle and start progressing over into the attacking third.
yeah,
And from them being in the attacking third and can't get that clear, clear cut edge that they wanted, which you said Odegaard would have provided you,
yeah,
they kept losing the ball, and from Dan Burn's side, Newcastle starts putting on a diagonal ball back to the right hand side, and then they have no answer for that ball every time. They should have easily well be down 2-0 because they created the two biggest chances.
yeah,
Arsenal had a chance when they cut in from the left hand side and should have done better. And the keeper dealt with it very easily. But aside from that, I thought that Newcastle impressed me best enough. You know why?
yeah.
In football, when a team is on the back foot and they still seems very much happy to deal with it, that's why I said to you earlier, and I said, JT, like Newcastle looks comfortable.
They
And
look
then the chances
comfortable.
came.
Yeah, but
Yes,
what
they
what
look
are the
comfortable.
changes you think Arsenal needs to make in the second half, or the
Uh,
adjustments to combat this, especially the movement that Newcastle is getting down that right hand side? They seem to have a lot of freedom down there.
you have Tomiyasu and you have Jorginho and Declan Rice trying to stop that. The forward players, them in Martinelli and Saka, can't do much on the defensive end. So I think you have to just and you can't put on. I wouldn't put on oh boy, Zinchenko. Zinchenko for the other days, from the other days, he hasn't been so impressive, you know. So I
Yeah,
think Tomiyasu might just be the best left back option they do have, and Rice and Georgina just need to do more in the middle. They need to do more by stopping those bulldozer, Gamarash and Longstaff.
yeah,
Joe
yeah,
Linton, Gamarash and Longstaff are just too big for them. It
yes,
surprised me, and you touch a good topic to say that Rice is slightly overrated. I wouldn't say he's overrated. No, I wouldn't say no, where they rate him, I would agree with you. He's overrated, but
yeah,
I wouldn't say he's a bad player. He's an okay player, but he's not that world class
yeah,
Rodri type player that they are trying to put him on. And this type of game, showing him up with the pace and power.
yeah.
Think he struggled with the midfield of Newcastle, to be honest.
Yeah, and you talk about Linton. He is just he's been having blowout season. I think last season he was one of the best midfielders to me in the Prem. His physicality and his composure on the football, I think it's causing a lot of problems for Arsenal. Not having Erdegaard out there, who sometimes just move things a bit. He triggers the play a lot and get that attack going as quickly as possible. And we see that a player like Nketiah is struggling to get into the game, and Saka outside on the right there. Also, Saka doesn't look himself today. And I think that for Arsenal to have the chance that they need to win these kind of games, Saka has to be functioning.
Yeah, yeah, agreed. Um, I saw S Technique say I am watching a different game. Rice has zero tackles in the midfield, zero. So and he had four clearances. That means he has to recover S Technique. So rest technique, I gave you the credit. I told you the areas. The first 25, it was a battle
Yeah,
to progress to midfield. Then after the 25 to 35, Arsenal had the advantage. But we were already looking at what the wide players for Newcastle would have done, and they tore up Arsenal technique. They should have been leading. If
yeah,
you go to the stats, I don't have to ask you. It's going to be Newcastle having the big missed chances. Them, all
yeah.
right. They're the ones has to have the big missed chances. Them because Callum Wilson, Mister Sitter, right on top. I don't see Holland. They don't have them as big chances. Wow.
Yeah, he says
Uh,
JD Arsenal has more possession, more shots, more corners away from home. How is Newcastle the better team? Go and check the
No,
stats.
I gave Arsenal their credit, but remember, it's technique. You have to be doing something on the field.
Hmm.
So if you're not doing something in the area of the goal itself,
Hmm.
even though you're creating you're getting yourself to the wide channels, the wing channels, them to come inside.
Hmm.
You're not getting the luxury that you wanted for the amount of position that you do have. So you can take a billion shots in awkward positions. That won't help you. I
Yeah,
thought that the opportunities that Newcastle had was clear opportunities to tap them in the goal.
yeah, yeah,
That especially that Wilson one. You
yeah.
cannot talk otherwise from that S technique. The biggest chance of the day is actually Callum Wilson.
Callum
He should have
Wilson.
done
Yeah,
better
he
than that.
had some open
Yes.
chances there in the first half.
So come on, S technique. You can't be so biased. Watch if you watch the game. Newcastle would have been the happier one coming off the pitch, being that they had less possession, as what you said, and they have done more with their possession. At this point, it's saying 48 to 52 possession.
Yeah.
That's what it's saying, and Arsenal are the one shot on target. But we saw the game and we saw the chances. The chances that Newcastle had was slightly bigger, you
Yeah,
know?
Newcastle stand says possession don't win match, goal win games.
Yes, yes. So I do agree, JT. Like good stream and good stream. I definitely enjoying the stream.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
because I'm here with the kid.
yeah.
That's
I
why I
heard
let
I
him
heard
jump
her
on
in the
me.
back, man. Tell her to big up
Yeah, man. She
herself.
playing
What's
her
her name
iPad.
again? She have a cool name, you know.
Gemma,
Jama.
Gemma.
Jama is
J
you know.
Taylor.
Yeah.
The guy that I was talking to, and he has the pretty daughter as well. As I said, I'm gonna make later talk for her.
Yeah, man. Jama has to
Yeah.
talk to my little daughter, man. You tell Jama that
Yeah.
my
No,
daughter is
no,
also.
he's busy. He's busy doing football. Oh my God! I have to leave her alone because she wants to get to do a football conversation.
How old is Jama now?
Gemma is eight, he's
Okay,
eight, but
Jama is
they're
8.
gonna
Yeah.
get him big man.
She have her own way already.
Yeah, but I'm gonna jump on my
Yeah,
cousin
man.
JT and
JD, thank you for
and chill. Come on.
joining me and chopping it up on the stream, man.
Yeah,
Have a
man.
good Saturday,
All right,
bro.
all right, boss. I'm gonna be in the truck.
All
No
right,
problem.
all right. And shout out to everybody over there on Facebook, wherever you are. So as Technic says here, JD, Newcastle should have or had a red card. The player that hit uh
He's talking a play that and the guy came through the back and hit him in his head with his arm. But uh, my boy should have gotten a red card as well. That was a clear red card. So what is he watching? The
yeah,
biggest
yeah.
red card of the game should have been my boy from Chelsea.
Because
Um,
there's 3 cards. Newcastle has 3 yellows in
yeah,
the
but
game
those three
already.
cards came because of a challenge that hold on, let me get his name because I don't even know or can I forget his name. Averts.
Yeah, Averts,
The
yeah.
challenge of Averts is biggest red card of the game. So why is technique so bad? Oh my god. No, I understand. His technique don't care about what happened on the field. Just his team alone he's watching.
But Aesthetic, there's a Newcastle stan in here. Big up yourself, Newcastle stan. He's always here with me when we're doing the live streams. I think there was a lot of expectations for Newcastle coming into this season as they spent a lot of money last season, and a lot of people thought, no, finally they will start the revolution at Newcastle. However, this season they didn't start out very well. I think they're 2 seasons away or a couple more transfer windows before Newcastle can at least compete in the top 4 properly.
Yeah, but JT, you have to remember, you have to remember that is an important thing. This, when you go into Europe, you have to balance Europe. You have to balance
Yeah.
Europe, and that is a big problem. And they just went into Europe. They got some good results. So I wouldn't jump to say no, no. Maybe you're right. Maybe
In the
you're right.
Prem,
But
in the
it's
Prem, for
contractual.
them to
Yeah, but
compete with the Man City, the Arsenals, I think they need a couple
yes,
more
yes,
transfer
yes,
windows,
yes, yes,
JD.
yes. No, that's why I said you're right. You're right. You're right. But remember, but all I'm saying, you're right. But you have to remember that it comes with time. The first season you have to balance it,
Yeah.
and then you add the next a few more pieces in the transfer window, and make sure you stabilize yourself in the Champions League, and that's how it always goes. So to be honest, we all expect them to be in that position of trying to get certain things done. It's normal. I think it's normal, to be
Yes,
honest.
yes, 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 yes. Thank you, dear. There you have it, guys. That's JD giving his analysis on the game first half, and it's good when you can hear get analysis from an individual who he doesn't have a team out there playing, so he's just seeing the game as what it is. I'm just watching the game, and I expected Arsenal to win this game. My bet on this game today was under 3 goals, but two. I thought Arsenal still was 2 goals better, and maybe Newcastle would have come in and score a 2-1 and blow up my bet. But I still think I'm doing very well on the betting side in this game, where I betted that this game would go under 3 goals. I thought the bookies were a bit optimistic with 3 goals in this game. I couldn't see 3 goals in this game because the way both teams are set up, they're set up to run at each other. But if you look at Newcastle, they yeah. We link with Tali uh Ted, Todibo from Nice or Nice. I don't know. From Nice. I don't know if that's what you're saying. Are we talking about? But yeah, Declan Rice, guys, at Arsenal. I don't think. Which platform are you using for betting? Okay, so I'm using Mr. Green, and I'm using I don't just bet on one site, and I'm using bet 360 as well, and I'm doing what is this bet insight out of the UK, and I'm using just bet. So because all the betting sites give you different odds on the game, and it depends on where they call them the sharks. Because sometimes you see when the lines start getting adjusted is when there's a lot of bets coming in on one side. And Lorenzo, I'm using a little bit of machine learning, as they call it, with my bets. My bets are not just I'm using statistics, and then I'm running it through this this platform that does a little bit of machine learning and calculating games based on past stats and the pace of the game and the matchups and injuries and all that. It fetches information off the internet coupled with information that's going on in the game before the game starts, and it goes across the internet and look at the different bookies and make comparison. Then it spits out the best bet for you. So I'm not just betting off thinking that Arsenal is going to win. This is what it's giving me to tell me that the game should be under 3 goals, though. It says that Arsenal was 2 goals better, but this game might fall under 3 goals. It was a 70% chance the game go under 3 goals. And for me to make a bet on the under or the over, I need at least 70%, because I think if you're going into anything with 70% in your favor, you're already 70% chance. I wouldn't go in the game in the opposite, saying it's 40% chance that the game is going to go over 3 goals. I wouldn't want the odds not to be in my favor, so I went for the odds of 70% chance. That's what the data showed me, 70% chance that the game would be under 3 goals, and it's turning out to be so if that happens, we should at least win 300 euros today on this game. So it would be a good little payoff today. If this game stays under 3 goals, I already won the Brentford game. I had that game going over 2.5. which turned out to be I had that game going over 2.5, which turned out to be goals in that game, right, JD? Which country jersey is that, JD?
No, no, no. This is Africans
Let me
jersey
turn
as
it.
he sent me. You know,
Huh?
Africans. My virgin Africans.
Yeah.
He's from Canada. Yes, he sent me a jersey, two jerseys. So normally I would just put them on when I'm doing shows with my other jerseys. You know. So, but I definitely like it though. So it's just like for a channel, you can
Mhm.
just build something for a channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what he did. You know.
Okay, so
I
that's a
So
jersey.
instead, just like how for Jamaica, we just build a bag of things and then sell some merch. He just built a jersey and stuff with the name and the number in the back as well.
It's
So
really
so
cool, bro. It's really
yeah, it's
cool.
nice, man. It's nice. It's nice, nice. I
It looks
like it. I
like an
like it even.
actual. It looked like a national team jersey from Africa.
Yes, 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 yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
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 man.
yeah. It looks like a national
Yeah.
team.
So S Technic cursing me out saying that I was seeing the game a little bit wrong, but I was seeing it correct, man. It's just because I don't have any emotions tied up to the game, you know.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Let me put this right here so I can get the stats and everything.
Yeah. So you still, who do you have for your prediction? Oh, I think you were having Arsenal winning this game, right?
No, man, no. I had
No,
Newcastle,
no,
man. I said
Newcastle. You had Newcastle winning this game.
I said Newcastle, and I'm sticking with my Newcastle. I am a little bit more comfortable, but the only thing I would say
Yeah.
is the red cards, like the amount of yellow cards in that incident,
Mhm.
maybe kind of helped Arsenal because sometimes the bigger teams do get favorable calls in their direction. So you
Mhm.
could see in the 70, 80 minutes when it's opening up,
Yeah.
Arsenal could create some little one-on-one situation and get a yellow card, and that could open it up with a red card. Because a lot of persons have yellow cards, and I don't think they're going to make so much substitutions. You know, that's what
Yeah,
I think
that's
still.
true. That's true. That's true.
A
That's
good
true.
break here, Arsenal.
Um, I didn't expect it. I expected at least a goal in the first half of this game, though. I did expect a goal in this first half, at least. Martinelli is a bit quiet today.
I just think sometimes they play a lot of games, you know. They play a lot of games, and as you said, Tottenham. You said Tottenham might not last because of the lacking quality in their squad, like the depth in their squad. Arsenal have a lot of competitions as well, you know. So maybe the same thing reaches them, you know, from time to time.
So everybody who is over there on Facebook as well, we have we have 15 people over there on Facebook. So the We Maxi channel that you see on the screen here, guys, that's JD who is on stream right now. So you can follow him as well on YouTube, the We Maxi Football, for everybody over there in Africa who he does stream a lot of games out of Africa.
Yes.
Yeah, he does stream a lot of games. When is the Afghan?
Afghan should be what? Either early. The Afghan, the qualification should be close to the close to next year. From next year, you're gonna have from December to next year, you're gonna have games going straight through for ladies and men. So you'll always have a lot of people coming through.
Yes, who is this person? M what?
Tiddly
M
wings.
No, but there's another person on M
Okay.
Montos.
Oh
Can you hear me,
Lord.
bro?
So why
Can
would they
you?
want to come on and they
Yeah,
don't have any
yeah. Without
cameras?
hearing you, bro. Okay, yeah. The person just came and left.
And then the great Tiddly wings is here.
Tiddly Wings, how are you feeling over there in London? Your team is looking like they're struggling a bit. Richard, reason boss.
Well, greetings, JT. Greetings, JD. Listen, viewers and subscribers, one love. The fireworks are popping off early doors in London, England. It's bonfire night, 5th of November. I am taking shelter in the vehicle. I don't want to be set alight. My
I'm
lord, my
screaming.
lord. I've just finished work, so I was just checking on what's going on. Now, has there been any red cards? Did you mention red cards?
Oh, oh my God, what is wrong with this referee, man? Your
Yeah,
Arsenal getting away with some tackles, man.
yeah.
Easy.
It's a bit chippy. It's a bit chippy this game. It seems like both teams have invested a lot in this game. They're very passionate about this one.
If this referee don't go back for a yellow card and that one, I'm telling you, man, robbery. Newcastle should be filing lawsuit. Sorry about that, JT.
No, but it's Havertz. Then he would have to give Havertz a red because
Yeah, but JT, let me
on
see
the
some
left.
mad tacklet.
Yellow.
It's a big wild tacklet.
Yeah, he's on a yellow. He is on a yellow. Reza Boss, as I said, I think Arsenal, you guys need a striker. I think JD explained it, the difference between a center forward and a striker. Because I thought the center forward would have been this out and out striker. He's saying the center forward is the false nine,
Jay
right?
Taylor, see the replay there. Come on, man, Jay Taylor, man.
You see, it was a follow through, but I don't think that deserved a red card. You would have to give him a red.
Yeah, but so all right, you know,
You would have to give him a red card.
this sympathy for Arsenal, little man. I'm
J-
telling you.
JD, we are trying to do mash up the game. You want you
We have to talk the truth, reason, boss. We can't just lie to the people, and then you're gonna have people like S-Technic coming here acting like those incidents never took place, and it's only Newcastle alone making challenges. You see me, Jay Taylor? You're so biased.
Yeah.
let me ask again because I wasn't watching the match. I've just been finishing work. What has there been any red cards, yellow cards? What's the state of play?
Yes. So here we have it's three yellow for Newcastle and one yellow for Arsenal. 4 corners for Arsenal, none for Newcastle. No, the ball position has changed to Newcastle 52% ball position to 48. That's been fluctuating. The game has been a bit up and down. When Arsenal started off a bit slow, then they settled in. Then Newcastle came back and settled in as well. And I would say it's an even game. Newcastle had the more open chances in the first half, though, where Callum Wilson should have put one in the back of the net, and also another guy had a sitter there.
Good save from Arsenal.
Who's? Thank you very much for the update, JT. I appreciate it. Who's had the better of the midfield battle thus far, or has it been to and fro?
It's Newcastle. It was in the game. I think I was saying to JD that I realized late in the game that Erdegaard wasn't out there because I was wondering why Saka was so ineffective and Martinelli. But I realized that what Erdegaard does is he's so busy in that attacking third. He attracts a lot of attention, and then that gives Saka a lot of space on the right hand side to then make those cuttings. It's not happening today. They don't have that trigger man where Erdegaard triggers that quick attacking play and get Arsenal moving.
Newcastle again on top of Arsenal. You're not gonna take a shot. Go through the middle. Oh, good defending. Oh, they're still back. Oh.
Yeah, so Erdegaard, not having Erdegaard today, reason boss, is the and if the longer that guy is out, I think your season is over. If he's out for 5 games, it's over for Arsenal.
That's a big loss. I'm just realizing you say Odegaard didn't start. So who started in place of Odegaard?
Is it Rice, JD?
It wouldn't be Rice.
Jorginho and Havertz. So Havertz would be the one playing in his role.
Yeah, Rice is
because they wanted Rice and Jorginho to be the stabilizer in midfield.
Well, JT and JD, with those 2 names just mentioned, let me be unequivocal. I would shake hands right now on a point from St. James's Park with Jorginho and Kai Havertz in our midfield. That is patently not our best starting lineup, nowhere close to it. Havertz, he's still finding his feet at Arsenal. Jorginho is a good passer of the ball, but he's not the most mobile. So I can understand why Joel Linton and the likes of Guimaraes would be dominating. Even Longstaff would be dominating the possession and creating the chances for the likes of Callum Wilson. So right about now, yes, you're right. No Odegaard, not bouncing off with the outstanding Saka. This points to a 0-0. We'll take it right now. Trust me.
Newcastle on the break, Newcastle on the break, Newcastle inside, Newcastle inside. What a
Oh my
block!
God. Your Newcastle is looking very
They are
dangerous here,
fast.
Reza Boss. It's not looking good for the Gunners right now. Newcastle is on top of them. Newcastle is getting the open chances. As you said, as a Gunners fan, I can agree with you. If Arsenal leaves St. James's Park with a draw today, it's a win for Arsenal. Because this game, and before the game started, I said this, JD, this is a trap
Mhm.
game for Arsenal. This is where Arsenal trips up in the Prem last season. Some teams that weren't as good that they were supposed to beat, and it didn't happen. That's what happened to Arsenal last season. And I thought this was a trap game today.
Well,
But
JT, just
you look at this then, because we have to give them credit still. Yeah. As what Reason Boss said, we have Thomas Partey and and Odegaard not playing. You understand me? So those are two of their key players. And Thomas Partey, obviously, he's always injured. That's why they call him came to the party sometime, because he's always injured. But the quality that they do bring, I do think I agree with Reason Boss to say that if the midfield be dominated by Newcastle, you can clearly understand that, the reason why that, because the level of quality that missed out, it can't be replaced with these two guys that went in.
not like for like. No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Arsenal can survive with these two guys, JD, depending on the schedule for a while. They can survive by winging it. It's like operating on a spare tire. You don't know how far it's gonna take you, but it can work to get you close to your destination. But for Arsenal to really fire it up, they have to have Erdegaard and those guys
Yes,
back.
agreed.
Because we also
Top level
see.
team will exploit them.
Yeah, we saw without a Erdegaard how it affects Saka's play. He's getting no traction down that right hand side, and that's when Arsenal looks potent. Most potent is when Saka is making those cuttings and just destroying defenders.
How's Martinelli looking? Did Martinelli start? Gabriel on the left hand side?
Yeah, Martinelli looks slightly the more livelier than all of the three. Nketiah trying. Saka, I would agree with J. Taylor. Saka looks like he's going through something, but he has to play because the quality that he does possess is a little bit above majority of the people. So even with him being 50%, I still believe that his 50% is good enough to even be on top of a lot of the others, to be honest.
Yeah. We have a comment from Chorus Carnif. He says Gunner's going to get gunned down.
Well, Sir Corris, the interesting thing about Arsenal, the thing about the Premier League, indefatigability, having the ability not to give up, the willingness to fight, use your footballing IQ, use your reserves, and play for yourself and the fans. It can make all the difference. And in this game, even though it looks as though Arsenal could get overrun and lose the game, you see the last-ditch tackles that have been coming in, that ability to read the game, block a shot, ride your luck, you can still come out of the game with something. There's no surrender in the Premier League. That's what makes this league arguably the best in the world.
Facts.
Never say die.
Yeah.
Leave it on the pitch.
Just to go back to that Burnley game today, I thought Burnley played very well today. I thought they would have got run over, JD.
I'm surprised that Burnley never won the game.
Exactly. That goes for the EPL. I'm like, the EPL, on any day you go to a team like to play Burnley and you're expecting 3 points and you're actually happy walking away with a draw.
Burnley. I'm very surprised that Crystal Palace won that game today. I thought that Burnley was actually the better team. Crystal Palace have 17 shots to. Burnley has 17 shots, 5 on target. Crystal Palace had 4 shots in the game, and Burnley had 70% possession to 30. So they were creating chances, but if you look at it, they created 3 big chances and missed all 3 of them. If you can't score goals, you're not winning no game. You can pity patter, create all the chances, but as you said, you need a striker to put the ball in the back of the net. That is
And
something very much important.
and it's interesting, JD and JT. It's interesting. You made mention about my thoughts on the lack, quote unquote, of a out and out striker for Arsenal. One of the things about Arsenal, I mean, last season, by the way, just to clarify, I think it was actually at St James's Park that Arsenal gave the fans the belief that it could be Arsenal's season last year, because we went and beat Newcastle, I believe,
Yes,
with an
but you drew
outstanding
at home.
performance.
You drew at home, and you should have lost that game because
Exactly,
of those big
exactly.
chances. Yes, I remember them well, man. You
Yeah,
know,
man. So,
it was a
but
good win
Arsenal,
at
yeah, man.
St James Park.
Absolutely, JD. Absolutely. But I must say, I've had some interesting conversations with a Jamaican cousin of mine who's been consistent in saying Arsenal are a wonderful team, but they cannot look to win a Premier League without a striker. I had to double down and say,
Here
will you
we
really
go.
tell me?
Here we go again, people. This was my whole pre-game analysis, and as I said, JD was here from the thing started. I said that's the only thing Arsenal is missing. They're a complete team, but they need to have that striker who's gonna get them the goals when the game get tough. That striker who can make that odd run, pull off that header. Just give center backs something more to think about. Arsenal, though they have the quality, they are still predictable. You know they're gonna pass it around. You know they're gonna play it around the back, and you know how they're gonna come at you from which angles they're gonna come at you from. But when you have that center forward who can just disrupt things a bit, it kind of throws the defense off balance a bit. And I think that's what cost Arsenal last season. They didn't have that center forward to get them through the tough part of the season. When because Jesus and those guys, they're very good players, but they're not dominant. They're not dominant. Good defenders can neutralize those guys. Good defenders can neutralize those guys. They have, that's what creates that soft underbelly for Arsenal, not having a striker. Saliba looks much better this. I'm not worried about them defensively, to be honest, because the way how open they play and they still defend very well. I'm not worried about Arsenal defense, but that's what City has over 90% of the team. They have a man up there who can get you a goal out of thin air.
I see
And
there's some I see some substitutions being made, by the way. What's the state of play? Who's coming off and on?
You have a few substitutes. Willock coming in and Murphy, two energetic personnel.
Yes,
They're
yes.
actually taking off Callum Wilson. I think Callum Wilson let himself down today. He had the opportunity with no Isaac, and he got some chances that he should have done better with. You know, so yeah. But to be honest, it's going to be
Goal.
Jesus.
Oh, that's
God.
a goal. That's a goal, Newcastle.
Yeah.
That's a goal,
So,
Newcastle.
no people can see. No people can see what we're saying. You know, it's a
That's
reality.
a goal,
You know.
Newcastle.
Yes.
That's a goal, Newcastle.
What happened?
Off the net.
Murphy and these guys are madman. I'm telling you that they are full Anthony Gordon scores. But Murphy and my boy bring so much pace. And now Arsenal has to open up, and it's going to be cause of the problem. Hard to play down there, man.
And no, JD, no, Arsenal definitely will be happy walking away with a point from St. James's Park.
What a poor from.
Oh my God! Shout out to everybody over there on Facebook. We have 25 viewers over there on Facebook. Thank you for joining. They just popped up now that Newcastle has scored. Are you a Gunners fan?
It's like a bully. It's like Arsenal is weak. They are weak. You know, they're physical. They're not as. JTL from when it started, I said the power runs coming from Newcastle. It's hard to stop. It's three man in the box. So why are we going to bulldoze in every one of Arsenal players, including the goalkeeper?
Yeah. And it's the soft underbelly I just spoke about.
Why are they looking? Why you're looking to
cancel
the game?
It's outside. It's out of play. The ball is out of bounds.
They're trying to look for it to get scrape off. Let's see.
Yeah, but it's out of bounds. The ball is clearly outside the line.
Well,
Is
they have.
The
what
ball,
are you talking about? Is it
Well,
is
let
the
me see.
entire
Let me
ball?
see.
it might
No,
be coming back.
JTila, no. You can't scrape it off. They are going to go there to check it.
Yeah, this might be coming back, guys. It might be. It. The ball was outside. I think it's not a goal. This is not a goal, guys.
No, I'm watching the replay. I'm waiting for the replay.
JD, I don't mind a check. I'll take a check, you know. I'll take a check right about now, JD. No
It was
scraping.
on the line, you
guys.
know. It was
That's
on
a
the
goal.
line. It should be outside still, but this was the same thing that
This
he
is
was
the same
giving
problem last
in the
season.
World Cup. You remember the World Cup?
The
Yeah, the World
entire
Cup.
ball
Yeah.
has to
This
be
is
out. The
no.
entire ball has to be over the
Maybe
line.
that's not out.
But the
Oh
entire
God.
ball,
Oh God.
was outside
No,
the line.
JT,
On this. It
maybe you
shouldn't be
don't
a
clear
goal.
the line.
It shouldn't be
You
a goal.
can. Eh?
Is
It
hold
shouldn't
on,
be a goal,
hold on.
Jay.
Take it down low. Take it down low. Take it down low. Is the entire ball out of play?
That's
Maybe
the
from
key.
the
That's the
angle.
key.
Maybe from our angle. But they have a sensor. So once the sensor does not go off, that tells the JT like it's still on the line.
And now they're checking inside the box.
Yes.
If there's even a foul there.
So that means they move off the ball. You see, say the sensor don't trip, so you can't call it outside. It was still on the line.
I think this might be coming back, guys.
They're trying everything to cancel the goal.
VAR, take
And
your
it's a
time.
goal as
VAR, take your
well.
time. Take your time.
Arsenal.
VAR, take your time and check everything.
Fraud of
VAR. We're not in no rush.
of Arsenal. Oh my.
We're not in no rush.
It might be a foul on the defender. The striker,
Nah,
it might
I
be a
think
foul
that is
on the
weak,
defender.
Jetilla. He's weak, Jetilla.
Something
No,
like JD
that's
about
a
it.
foul.
Oh God.
That's a foul. That's a
We can't
foul,
have
bro.
that. We can't have that. We need to call it as we see it.
Yo,
We
That's
need
a
to
foul,
call it.
bro.
give it for Arsenal win.
JD, you're being
Oh
biased.
God,
Bro.
check it
That's a
out.
foul. That's a foul, bro.
Oh Lord, watch the lady across her finger.
That's a foul.
Them desperate for anything. Offside, the man want say outside, offside, foul. Jetilla, which one name?
That's a foul, dude. That's a clear foul.
We want equal rights and we want justice and we want it now.
Yo,
Chalk out that something, the chalk it out.
Arsenal is the only team where everybody pamper. Oh my
No,
God.
Clear foul,
we're not in
guys.
the pamper business. No, we just want equal rights and justice, JD. What's the verdict? We need to check out everything we're going.
They're still
They're
there
still-
trying to check for
they're
something.
still contemplating on whether it's a goal. That's a
So
foul.
they can't say it outside. They're checking for possible offside now. Jesus God. Jetilla, everything them go on them
So
can't.
that means the foul wasn't a foul?
No,
I
not
love
a foul.
technology.
So them a move to
I-
the third
It's a
thing.
goal.
I
it's a
love
goal, it's a
technology.
goal, guys. No, guys, that's not fair. Something is wrong with football. That's a foul.
Oh God.
Jetilla, the man
Oh
them bully
my
them.
God.
The man them
No,
bully
I
them.
think
Oh
VAR,
my
VAR
God.
is a problem, JD. We have a problem with VAR now. There's a problem with VAR now.
Them get a
The ball
goal.
was out of bound. It's a foul on the defender, and none of those was no. Something is
I'm
wrong with VAR.
boycotting. I'm on 2%. I'm boycotting. I'm gone. I'll catch up with you. That's outrageous. JD, you're too bad, man. You see what you tell them? You have some inside man. You have some inside man down at St. James's, sir. Lord have mercy. Oh God. Oh.
Oh my God. Oh my God, JD, come on. The
foul, JT, where the foul concerned, I could say that could have been a called a foul because the guy had lost his balance. So I could say that could have been a foul right there. But they thought that he jumped already off balance and the push was not so much. And then the offside, now they were trying to say if when the touch took place, if he was in line or off. So it's going to be tough for them to come back in this one, JT, because we have to be honest. Newcastle was slightly the better team and chance creation because remember they had the one before when they broke and they had to make a last ditch block. That one was a clear opportunity, you know. So yeah. So how you looking at it, JT? Because I think more goals coming in.
This is gonna be a big discussion tomorrow. Although you know that. Talk Sports, Sky Sports. Yep. This is if JD, you can't. The guy is pushing the defender down. He's pushing the defender down.
JT, they never watch Manchester United Fulham. You want to see that one with Harry Maguire jumped and never touched the ball, and they said he interfered with play, and the Garnacho scored it cross, and it was tapped in, and they cancel it. So I'm surprised that they never canceled this because look how much interference in this. sequence, but yet still they cancel the Manchester United one and not this one. So I think it comes down to interpretation of the rules, to be honest.
Yeah, that was a fault to me,
But
JD.
more goals coming, JT. Like you will get a 3, you're 2.5 now.
No,
More
I don't
goals
want the
coming.
2.5. I need it to be under 2.5.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want
Because
it.
I think Arsenal will try and come forward. Yeah.
And they're gonna open up a bit more, right?
Yes, and I think Newcastle will score back again on them, but they could score as well too. You know?
Yeah.
So I could see Arsenal scoring back and Newcastle scoring again. Or Arsenal scoring again. 2-1 could be a result.
Yeah. But as I said before the game start, everybody, I said the team that scores first wins this game for me. Based on how these two teams play, the team, because Arsenal, as JD says, will have to open up too much, and it's going to make them vulnerable to that counter-attacking play that Newcastle has been executing very well in the first half and in this midway in the second half of the game.
And remember, let me see if they change the players them with yellow cards. Longstaff still on the field, Garden still on the field, Shkar still on the field as well. So yellow cards are important, you know. So Arsenal will find a way to level this by giving Newcastle a red card. So they have to stay out of challenges.
But oh my God, man, I think I'm starting to wonder this VAR thing. They have to get this VAR thing right, because there was so many things wrong on that play, JD. There were so many things wrong on that play. The ball to me looked like the entire ball was outside anyways.
No, JT, I remember you have a sensor in the ball, you have a sensor on the line. And I'm telling you, remember in the World Cup, it was a Korea versus Germany? Or Japan versus Germany. You remember that game, man? Yes, man. And the ball, we with our eyeball, we are saying that ball passed the line. And from some reason, the sensor never tripped. And I'm saying this looked the identical way. And it come out the same. So sometimes maybe the angle where we are seeing it from is just not the right angle. They need to show your angle directly on the same straight line for it to see if it completely passed the line. Because sometimes the angle can fool us, you know?
Yeah. No, Arsenal will have to. Arteta is under pressure again. This is a big game. Dropping 3 points here for Arsenal. This is going to definitely take them out of the race for me. If Arsenal lose today, I think that's it for them. They have for winning the league. I don't see Arsenal winning the league after losing today.
But they have not lost any game for the season. They drew 3 games. That's the problem. They drew a lot of games.
Yeah.
You know? But I think it's too early to call. But I could see you onto something, because last year we never had so much teams challenging. I know you have Tottenham, Liverpool. They struggle against Chelsea, and I think by then Chelsea is going to be better, and Manchester City will always be a problematic team. So I could see where you're saying that they don't seem to be the team that give you the confidence that they can jump up a couple steps, you know, but with just 3 points behind.
And Liverpool is better. JD, Liverpool wasn't this good last season.
Yes, Liverpool is better than Arsenal to me.
Tottenham wasn't this good last season as well.
Yeah, but Tottenham, I think they are going to burn out. Their success is coming from based on the fact that they don't have any other competition, got knocked out early on in the EFL, and they have just weeks to play their one game. So it's just like that is their opportunity. Every game, every week, it's just one game. All other teams playing 2 to 3 games, JT, and you have maybe. They have like 20 odd players, and other teams a maximum 30 odd players. Very hard to do, JT. That's what I'm telling you from day one, you know? They will burn out at a point, but not now. So they will push Arsenal to the brink, and even City as well.
Yeah. And the Gunners fans, they were pretty excited that because Man City dropped the game, right? Man City dropped the game already.
They defeated. No. Arsenal defeated Manchester City.
Man City, yeah.
Yes. We lost a lot of games in between because look, they lost to. But remember, Arsenal went on to draw at Chelsea and draw after as well. They drew a lot of games, so that's why. So it
And
comes straight back.
somebody said in the comment section, JD, that's the difference with Man City is win or lose. Arsenal is draw,
Yes.
draw, draw.
Yes.
I think
Exactly,
you
exactly.
said that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they were drawing games. So even when City lost 2 games, it comes like it's not nothing because you drew 3 games. You understand me? So now if you can't win, you're 3 points behind City, and that is like your game for City the next time. So City can still lose to you, and you might still not catch them up again. So Arsenal is stabbing themselves in the back. To be honest, a break here for Newcastle. Cuts inside. Good work there.
Yes. Good work there. Shout out to everybody over there on Facebook. Keep sharing the video. We have 30 people watching over there on Facebook. Thanks for the support, guys. Thanks for the support. For real. But as I said, JD, that's what we want to do. I love that you already opened up the African market. I think it's time for somebody to attempt it in our category, to attempt the wider football world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. No, man, it's good to do that, man, because remember in a JT, you know, Jamaica is not one of the best footballing countries.
Yeah.
So, in order for you to expand your footballing knowledge, you have to go elsewhere because our youth programs, we barely do youth programs. We barely even do football overall until much less youth programs. So, if you want to watch youth footballs, you have to youth football. You have to go to South America or Africa. You know, so you get to know a lot of the young talents them coming through. So when you see them in the end, you saw that they are bigger talents. You know. And you understand like Giforban and those guys, you have to watch them from early, and these opportunities like what's his name again from Ghana, not from Gambia, those little kids, you see them from early. Yeah, you see them from early when you watch these competitions. So you're gonna have the youth 17s World Cup for guys coming up next week. You can watch that as well, and you will see a lot of talents coming through.
Yeah, Youth 17 World Cup. I will be definitely on that for some of those. You will gonna be streaming some of those games, right?
Yeah, man. I've always done it, man. I did it for ladies, all of the ladies competitions, and all of the young guys as well. Because remember, you had Panama qualified from our region. Remember, Jamaica dropped out because Guatemala defeated them. Remember that one?
Yes.
It's the same Youth 17s here, yeah. So you have Panama, United States, Mexico went through. Yes, so those are the things that we're looking for, you know. So I want to see how Panama striker looks because he was very good, and Castillo from Mexico, I want to see how he looks as well. Lameli from Mexico, because that's why I know that some of these Mexican teams are not easy for me to beat because these players are playing 60 competitions before Maggie and them, and they play 5 competitions or 5 match. You understand me? So it's hard for them to be better than these guys when they are already talented and playing more game. So how are you going to be better? So in order for Jamaica to compete, we have to find a way to get games. Good try here for us now. Okay, that went outside. So
who do you have winning the Prem this season, though?
Well,
you're a Man City fan. You're a City fan, so I'm
yes,
assuming.
No, but you can. I can still be objective. But based on the competition, I just think that City is more equipped with their footballers. Look at what you just said. Odegaard missing. Yeah, De Bruyne missing for the entire season. But yet still, City scored the most goals and conceded the least goal in the competition. You understand me? So that tells you saw little Dorcu, 21-year-old coming from Belgium. He had 5 goals contribution in one match today, 4 assists and 1 goal in one game. You understand me? So you don't have Alvarez and Haaland turn up. You get him turning up, or you have Foden turning up. You have Jack Grealish turning up. You have somebody pulling up. Or Rodri can turn up. You get me? You have so much individual brilliance in the City system, and the City system is one of the toughest systems in the world at the same time. So you can rely on them a little bit more than Arsenal. That's what I think. You don't just win leagues and be dominant off the rip. So Arsenal fans have to give them their time and let them keep on building. Don't just try to break up things too fast. That is the next thing in a JT. Something you need time. You need time in situations to get the right work out there. And I think a lot of Arsenal fans don't give them the time, you know? They want the coach leave if he does not win anything. And you're going up against one of the best in history in the Premier League, which is Pep Guardiola, right? So you have to give them time, man. So I respect Arsenal. I respect what they're doing. Come on, Arsenal. We need back a goal to make it entertaining, you know?
Yeah. Yes, guys. Yes. So it's
Good
8
recovery.
minutes played already, JD. I think your prediction, you beat me on this
No.
one. I will win some money on the game, but your prediction was more accurate in Newcastle winning this game, as I thought that Arsenal was at least 2 goals better.
But it's not. We have 10 more minutes of extra time, you know. So we have at least a solid 60 minutes left, you know. So you could see more, you know.
Yeah.
What happened to Murphy here?
I thought, JD, the team that scores first in this game wins based on the matchup.
It looks like Murphy's injured or something. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, Murphy came in and came out. Damn, man. He was in. He had a good spell last year, you know, man. Tore up Arsenal, you know. Tore up Tottenham. You remember that 6 that they picked up? Tottenham get 6 from Newcastle. Yeah, Murphy and those guys, they were on the field, but looks like he's having an injury problem. Matt Ritchie came in for him. He's a very good striker of the football.
Yeah, that's
very
true.
good
That's
striker.
true. That's true.
My goodness, man. So
Let's see if Arsenal could come back. Dislocated shoulder, says Lee Young. So he has a dislocated shoulder there.
damn, that is sad though.
He's out for at least 6 weeks. Looks more like Harry Anthony Gordon playing the role. This person says, read what this person says, JD. Looks like a Harry Potter
Malfoy. Okay.
Quidditch game.
Anthony Gordon playing the role of Malfoy. Okay, the look of him. That's why the look of him. Okay, it's a good player. It's a good player, and this is a kid that you his story. When people never betted against him, and he came up to prove him wrong. A good break here for Arsenal. Nothing.
Okay, nothing again. Arsenal just doesn't look as cutting edge with Erdegaard.
And that's what I was telling S-Technic. I never listen. I'm saying, yes, you're coming in through the wide channels, but that you're not creating nothing centrally. So why are you killing up yourself? Oh, I took 50 shots. I took 50 shots, but none of them from inside. You can't breach the back line. Come on, man.
And that's where Erdegaard is so dangerous, JD, right outside the 18, down the center.
Yes.
So
and he has range of shooting as well, too.
Yes. And when he attracts all that attention, it then opens up those wide channels for Saka and Martinelli.
Yes, agreed.
And we see Martinelli and Saka today, they are a no-show.
They're going to beat Havertz. They're going to beat Havertz today, you know. The Arsenal fan base. Just click on Arsenal fan TV, JTL after this, and you're going to see it. Havertz will get a beating. Believe me. Because everything they blame Havertz, you know. You see, like when you complain about the Jamaican fan base? My God, man. Just wait until later. Havertz will be the beating stick. You remember I told you, you remember they don't build in the video, you know. Go later, you see for yourself. If they don't win this game, Havertz will be the beating stick.
Yeah, those guys really punish their players when they don't play well. And those guys, sometimes they think that we punish our players, JD. Like, they don't watch those channels.
No.
Those guys are brutal when it comes on to Arsenal not playing well. Arsenal getting in the box at the back post there. Nothing going for Arsenal. They just can't seem to break through this Newcastle defense.
It's the fear of the counter, man. They can't squeeze them in and the comfortable sit back because Tomiyasu does not look like he can run past none of these guys. Guarding them seems like they're a little bit too faster, you know?
Yeah.
All right, look at this break. Clearance for you see? Okay, good. They're advancing the pitch now, so they are going for all or nothing. So let's see. Maybe you get an opportunity here for one of the teams because they are in 1.5. So either a counter or either some good chances. Offside. Poor dear. Poor from Martinelli.
Yeah, it's just not clicking for those guys today.
Where is Jason? Where's Jason? I have not seen him.
With Jason Guna.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
for all of them.
What is
JT,
Jason
better
Guna?
start
He's an
them.
Arsenal fan. No,
Yeah,
those guys are
Jamaica Guna.
quiet right now.
I'm gonna look for all of them. Wait.
Yeah.
You know me.
Jamaica Guna, Gunners.
Eddie Guna. All
Yeah.
of them. I'm looking for them when I'm done.
Yeah, all the Arsenal Gunners, all the Gunners fans are quiet today.
Yeah, no, because I bet Arsenal lose to Newcastle tomorrow, and City I score 6, and they said I'm a madman. Them dissed me up yesterday, so I'm going to be looking for them because I recorded it on the video. So I'm going to be looking for them because Arsenal City did score 6, and it looked like Arsenal a win. So
Yeah. But I knew this was I said it when this game started that this is a trap game, JD. It's a game from hell for any team who wants to win the Prem. You don't want to end up playing a Newcastle today. This is
first time. Yeah, but they're a good team, JT, man. We have to be honest, they're a good team because remember they defeated City as well in the EFL. You know, they knocked out City at home because they're very tough to play there, man. Very tough.
Yeah.
But what you said, yeah. So what you said about their squad, like with them having a full squad, you can take out Sandro Tonali because he's banned at this point. But I think with their full squad, they can do good things, man. They are not as bad. Look how much injury they have. They have Elliott, they have Harvey Barnes, Batman, Isak, Javier, Matt Target, and then you have Sandro Tonali injured. They have almost a full 11 of starting 11 players injured.
Yeah.
And they are still winning.
And I think if Isak was there today, I think Arsenal would have probably lost this game more.
Yeah, man, they're under 5 long time, man. They're under 4 or 5, man. Believe me.
Yeah. Because Isak, what he does very well is he battles for the ball up front by himself, much better than Callum Wilson. And he probably would have put away one of those. He creates opportunities out of nothing a bit more than Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson, he needs that open chance to score.
JT, I have to agree with you right there. No? You know, the fourth thing they never looked at was an handball. When the ball came over, the guy rolled up the back, it hit his arm. It hit his arm. Yeah. I just saw it. I just saw the replay. So they have a fourth thing to curse over. Yeah.
There was a lot wrong on that goal. I don't think they're gonna escape on that tomorrow. I think this is gonna be the discussion all over the internet tomorrow. That I think they got it wrong, and I don't know what's VAR is coming under a lot of scrutiny right now.
Yeah, for this weekend VAR. Yeah. For the two situation.
What do you think they should tweak about the VAR?
I think it has to come down to interpretation at all times, not just if the VAR called you. Like today for Manchester United, they said it was a offside, and then the referee said, let me go there first, and then I can interpret if it's truly an offside. And he was looking to see if the player interfered at an angle that stopped the next player from reaching the ball, looking at where the person's eye was before. You know, he looked at a lot of things and still gave it offside, but I am okay with that. I think all of them should go like that. You should go there and use your belief, your physical belief. So when the VAR says offside, you still go there and check it when it's tight. You know, when it's tight. So I think the referee should have gone over and interpreted himself. You know.
Because the referee didn't go over under the hood on that.
No, he never go over because they left it to the VAR themselves to decide it and all of the incidents them. But if they should have done it like the Manchester United one today, and I would have been pleased. So bring the secondary interference of the referee going back to double check on the VAR. You know? Yeah. Because some of these decisions are very close.
And the referee decision tends to override the VAR.
Yes, because even today in the Manchester United game, I saw the fans and they would have been cursing out if it was down to just the VAR itself. But when the referee went there, put it up on the screen, they saw that they are looking at every single thing to make sure they want to give the Manchester United hope to get the chance, you know. But when the VAR just up there, man, you don't know what he's doing in the room, and just say, yo, offside that, you know. You don't know what he's the interpretation. You're not feeling like when the referees them do it, you know.
Yeah.
So that's my take on it.
And I think in this game, Newcastle was, it goes back to what you're saying again. It's like I'm repeating what you said. Newcastle, I think they beat Arsenal today with physicality as well. They were very physical with this Arsenal team. And that's what Arsenal is lacking. They have the skill, the finesse, the quick moving players, but JD, they don't have that. They don't have that dog. They need one of those pit bulls out there. Like they don't have it. And when they come up against team like a Newcastle who is so physical, I think they will be in a lot of problems.
Yeah. Know yourself. Maybe I gave J Tiller my hour, you know. I come and chop it up with J Tiller for an hour. So I'm not going to do any review later. I am saving my energy to see what happened with KC and Mona, you know, because Mr. Butler said that him have the best team, you know, and stats in his group. J Tiller, Manning Cup will get that, you know.
Yeah. But when is Mona is playing today, right?
Yeah, they're playing KC today and stats. Everyone has been playing today.
But so, I think Mona is playing in about 7 minutes.
Is it 7 minutes? Yeah, I think it's early for real. Yeah,
it's 2:30 game, I think. Yeah, I think they're playing.
All right, let me check it. Schoolboy football.
Is it on Sports Max?
Yeah, man. All them will be coming on, man. Let me check. Let me check. You're right. You know, 2:30. You're right.
Yeah. So it's perfect. After this game, I could watch that game.
Yeah, man. You watch it. Yeah. I will watch them and then do a late stream and then save the Reggae Boys for tomorrow when I can get the Liam Bailey and the other guys them. Even though Ethan Pinnock and Mikel Antonio played today, I will figure out something. Know yourself. You know, it's a lot of work, you know, man.
It is.
No, my lady ain't here.
So Mona versus KC. That's gonna be Jesus a big game.
If KC ever beat Mona, man, the boss come out and said that he has the best team, you know, and the best players. Them, you know, nobody can test his players. Them so. And at this point, my school is the best school in the Manning Cup, so I don't know what kind of eyeball him have, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So I'm just waiting, you know. So his families came under my video talking about all sorts of things they are saying. So
I think she was dropping them. She had dropped a little word today too. I say like him watch a channel and somebody has say something. Yeah. That everybody on here want Mr. Butler to feel and all these things.
Nobody want Mr. Butler to feel because even my own video, I have not said nothing like that. So them people are sick, you know. You see, they're with them or you're against them, you know. They have no middle ground, you know, and they don't listen well, you know. Most of these people, their ego is bigger than JT. They don't listen. When you're talking to them, they don't listen, so they don't understand what you're even saying. You get me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Freaky come in here. So I said 8 minutes, JT, like 8 minutes.
8 minutes added.
And another yellow card. So that's a 5 yellow cards on Newcastle.
Yeah, I can't see them winning this. I can't see Arsenal coming back. As Richie said, it was a point for him would have been ideal. A point for him would have been ideal. Unfortunately,
let me check to see. As if anything, what I would do is just put it in the discard. Guys, make sure to smash the like button, share, and subscribe and support J Taylor's work, man. All right?
Yeah. We did want you to stream, do a watch along to one of those games today, man.
I'm looking for it. To see, if they have it out. No, I don't see none of them. Let me go on scene. I don't see none of them scheduled as yet. And if you said it's in 7 minutes. All right, so scene TV. Let me look scene TV. Ooh, this is some okay. Good strength. Wonderful recovery from Arsenal because I'm telling you, the power play is coming from Newcastle is just not normal.
Yeah.
All right, scene TV. I'm not seeing anything about it, so I don't know why we have big matches and they're not trying to show them. That makes no logical sense.
Oh, yeah, right. So that means it's not actually on anything.
Come on and let the time run out so I can watch some AFTV tonight.
Oh, you watch them on
Oh, a next break come in. Oh, good block in the end. Late outside. Yeah, man. I'm going to watch AFTV, man, because you have a guy named Ty. I'm telling you, man, Ty made me believe that Jamaican football viewers ain't biased, you know?
Mm.
Ty
Yeah,
is
is it the guy
look
with the
here.
glasses?
Oh my God, J Taylor, man. This
Is
man,
he's the guy with the glasses, right?
yeah, man. Oh my God, man. This man, it doesn't matter. Oh, later, you are going to hear that. And the ref thief out the game, and Newcastle never did nothing, So you have to wait and see Ty later.
Oh my God.
He's the most delusional football fan I've ever seen. Oh my God, man. Know yourself. The reason why they do things like that, know yourself. Remember, if you know the history here, I think people never told you the history here. Remember, the history here, if I become the center of attention, it's going to be based on hard work. So the best you have to do is try to make sure you push out what I am doing, which is hard work. You understand me? And you just sell a propaganda. So it was easy to slap a whisper at the biggest thing on the table and not break down football the right way. Remember, I'm here for Jamaica PM. So if I see Malachi Douglas doing his job, I am going to give him his credit. You understand me? But they don't do those things. Know yourself. They are just sensationalized. They sensationalize everything because that's what our culture really likes. Yeah. So I have never changed. And maybe that's why I've been always consistent because people know what to expect from me. They know that I'm going to just face reality. If a player ain't the best, I'm going to tell her that the player ain't the best, and move on. And if the player improves, I'm going to tell her. Leon Bailey, even when he was not scoring, I said those are his two best games. And ironic. Since that, he starts to get more game time and he starts to score on top of that, J Taylor. So sometimes just being honest is just the best way to go,
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how they not sending that game live. That is crazy.
No, I don't know.
That is weird, man. Yes.
So know yourself. Don't pay them any mind. Don't pay them any mind because I don't pay them any mind. As you know, which I like what J Taylor doing. That's why I came on because sometimes it's good to meet other people in the world. Jamaica is a very small place. And it tend to, if you box yourself in, you tend to can't. You don't
I
know how
hope
to
the video
really
don't
act.
get flagged, JD, because I was
Why?
looking at YouTube just now for something.
Nah, man, nobody can flag a video. You never play that video. You never play a next person's video. And that is down to their interpretation if you use their content to gain views or gain up on, which I don't think so,
Fabian,
try,
full big up
Arsenal.
yourself. Yeah. Let me see what he says here. You don't win in track and field if your chest is back and your foot is across the line. I have seen where only your wrist is over the line and you are offside and it needs to be tweaked.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
fair enough.
yeah. I think the VAR. So Arsenal, there you have it, guys. The game has ended. Arsenal lost this one 1-0 to Newcastle United. So Newcastle has recovered. JD, the man on stream, has predicted this game that Newcastle was gonna
And a
take this one.
war tonight. Me and the Arsenal fans, them. I'm going to look for every damn one of them.
Yeah, Jay Seguna. Where is Jay Seguna? Jamaican Guna, Eddie Guna. All you guys are Arsenal fans. What happened today to the Gunners? I do know. However, I know what happened today. No God today. Saka looks injured. He looks like he's playing with a injury. JD. He didn't look himself today.
Yeah,
Saka.
for real, for real. Saka had, he would have had way more moments if he was 100%, and he was not 100%. So what that makes of, before you go, what that makes of Reece Nelson then? The fact that if Saka is not 100%, but yet the Reece Nelson never had a chance to play in this game.
I don't think Reece Nelson. I don't think Reece Nelson should have signed a extension with Arsenal. It's just gonna be too tough for him to get out there, JD. It's gonna be a
Okay.
lot of things has to happen for Reece Nelson to get out there. I was shocked when I look at the Arsenal Instagram this summer and they said Reece is coming back. They were talking like Reece is a player who's coming back to help them. Unfortunately, Reece cannot get on the park for Arsenal, and I think he's a quality player.
Yes, but if you have other quality players, you can't really.
But in a game
So
like this, JD, where you're not getting much out of a Saka, would have been a nice
Reece
game
Nelson
to
should
inject
have been the
Reece
one to come
Nelson.
on. Yes, I agree. I think Martinelli, Reece Nelson could have came on for Martinelli.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
Martinelli went quiet in the game. Saka looks like he still hasn't recovered fully, and I think Arteta will have some questions to answer after this game. But overall, I think Newcastle was just more of a physical team.
Yes, agreed.
Their physicality is what I think took Newcastle over the edge today. Though Newcastle might not be the team that play the most exciting football, where they can move off the football very well or a lot of build-up play from the back, but they seemed like they had a strategy today to basically just catch Arsenal on the counter attack as much as possible. And also in the first half, you saw where they exploited Arsenal down that right hand side. And Arsenal didn't come up with an answer for that in the second. But actually, Arsenal could have lost this game by at least 2 or 3 goals.
Three, four goals because the two big misses. To be honest, I no, but you have to give them the chance that they had in the first, the one that they cut inside and put it in the keeper's arm. That was a good chance. So they could have lost this game 3-1, 4-1. So to be honest, I know the titles will say, "Oh, controversial because of the goal."
Mhm.
But if you look at the pattern of play, we could have. I thought that Newcastle was slightly the better team, to be honest, because they were creating chances, pushing back Arsenal. So anyone deserved to win it. We have to be honest. It was Newcastle. People, I know Arsenal fans couldn't see what I was saying, but you realize what I was actually saying came to pass. Yes.
Yes.
Welcome to the Premier League.
Yeah, you were right. It was an open game, but if we have to give the edge, I'm still questioning the decision by not calling the ball out of bound, not a handball, and not a foul on the defender. I don't know why do we have VAR if we can't get a decision like that right?
Yes, I agree. I would say that would have been an handball, But as what I said, JTL, I love what you're doing. Smashing thing, and you realize that it will build if you keep on doing it. And
Man, it's
these
gonna
are
happen,
real people over the
JD,
world,
man. It's gonna happen,
Yeah,
man.
man.
And thank you for you come make the stream go up another level again today. So it was a good. And guess what? Anytime you're doing those African games or stuff, and you need me over there, definitely.
Yeah, man. You need to come and know some of the African people. You see, me hear you call out, when you're Tanzania or Zambia.
Zambia.
Yeah.
I need to know the African players even more too, man.
Yeah,
I used to watch Senegal and Nigeria religiously in the past,
yeah.
their youth program. But after ping pong and those guys boating, you remember that?
Yeah, that's a long time, JTL.
Yeah, I kind of there was a gap after Nigeria won the
but Nigeria has the
U20.
biggest. But Nigeria has the best forwards they have had in both ladies and men. No, at this point now, Nigeria have maybe 7 of the better strikers in world football. Not all of them in world football, but they have top level. You have Boniface that is coming through to be a top level. You have Osimhen that is a top level player. Iheanacho was always in between Manchester City, Leicester. He was always in between Semenyo or whatever his name is. The amount of strikers and wingers they do have. And they have Iwobi and my boy there in midfield. So Nigeria has a good core at this point that can do some great things. And on the girls' side, you have Ashola. She was nominated for the Ballon d'Or as well. I think she came 20th. You have Anamono, serious quality player. You have Kanu, strong like some of these ladies, man. I'm telling you, JT, watch the football, man. Believe me, once you will love it. You will love it.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm gonna start diving in there, JD. It's whatever, as you know, you see, baby steps. We actually at a point where we have a mixer now. You see how far
Facts.
You know what I mean? It was, and that was hampering me. My streams were going down with them. I keep dropping. My streams were getting break up with the software I was using for the transition and a bag of things. And I realized that thing last night, JD, when I was on the phone call, the people they weren't hearing the guests. So that's something else I have.
Yes. Okay, that means you have to fix something else on it.
Yeah. Again.
Yeah. I
Because
will try
remember,
to
you
get
did have a
information.
problem with that, and then you did fixed it, right?
Yeah, man. I will try to figure it out. Yeah.
The guest
So just send the mixer number, and then I will try and see how it
it's the
works.
same one you send me, the XM Mix 802.
Yeah. Okay, 802. All right, then. Yeah, man. We'll work on it. All right. But it can be fixed though. No problem at all. All right. So we link up, people. Thanks yet again. Amazing one. And Arsenal lost. So
let's go. Let's go, Gunners. I'm trolling now, guys. Big up everybody over there on Facebook. Big up everybody over there in Africa, wherever you are. As you know, JD, who is on stream, you know him from the We Max It. He's the man who streams all the African games. He's gonna help me to get up to speed with the African games.
Mr. Africa. My name is none.
His name is Mr. Africa. As you can see, he has on his own African jersey that I don't know what team. It's the iMaxit team and the We Maxit team. People.
Yeah, this is a We Maxit shirt. I have the iMaxit African shirt as well. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
Africa, everything there. Yeah.
My team get lucky win today versus Fabian Full is a Manchester United fan.
Yeah. But I thought that they created Fabian Full. I told you that you could have won the game. I should have won the game because I thought that Maguire's interference was not big enough because the defender would have not gotten to the ball. So I thought you guys should have been leading before. But on the flip side, Fulham could have scored 55 more. So man. But JT, put the baby to bed now and stuff. So big up again. Thanks for having me and stuff. Yeah.
All right. Until next time, JD.
Yeah,
have
man.
a good one.
Respect.
So people, thank you for joining us today again for the live stream. It was fun. It was a really. I expected a bit more from Arsenal. I expected them to, but I realized how limited Arsenal is without a Erdegaard out there today. I think that was the breaking point for Arsenal today. Saka was non-effective. Martinelli, he didn't punch through because they weren't getting that expansive play that they're used to. Because Erdegaard is so busy in the middle of the park, just moving things around, and I think that's what eventually cost Arsenal the game, as well as the physicality. I just thought that Newcastle wanted those 50-50 balls way more than Arsenal. They battled harder in the midfield. Joel Linton, he was a beast. I think he's for me, he's one of the top midfielders in the league. He might not be on the best team and he doesn't play for Brazil as much as he needs to, but I think he's top brass. And today he was just too much in the middle of the park. Arsenal again needs a striker. Nketiah is just not the answer alone. I don't think Nketiah can do it by himself. They need a striker. Gunners, you guys need a striker. If Arsenal is gonna compete for the Prem this season for the title, they have to get a striker. Not saying Nketiah is not a good player, but Nketiah came up through the academy, and I think a lot of people are married to the idea that when players come up to the Arsenal academy, they're automatically gonna turn into these world-class players. Yo, here is a gun. Jamaica Guna has just arrived, bro. We've been calling. Let me drop the link. Maybe Guna, before I close out the show, you can give your feedback on your team. Arsenal today was disappointing, brother. I expected a better result. I had Arsenal with betting today. I thought Arsenal was 2.2 goals better. Um, um, it was 2 points because your team lost, JD. That's not my team, That's not my team, bro. That's not my team. Right now, I'm just supporting all the teams that. Okay, Jamaica Guna said he didn't watch the game. I'm supporting the teams that's playing the best football. I think this season I'm not gonna support any teams. I'm just gonna be doing live streams on the best games and enjoy the Premier League. Sometimes when you support only one team, I feel like it doesn't you miss out on a lot of football because there's a lot of teams right now. Even though Chelsea doesn't score a lot of goals, I still like how Chelsea plays sometimes. Chelsea is another team that needs a striker. Manchester United needs a midfielder. You know what I mean? Liverpool, they just seems like they're getting back to their old way of playing the Liverpool. But ever since Liverpool let go of Sonny Mane, I thought that was a disaster. Because when Mane left Liverpool, you just saw how limited they were in their attack. And that's why they performed like that last season. But they seem like they're getting over the Mane hangover, and they're finally getting back to where they were. We need a new team, coach, and at Manchester United. Manchester United needs some voodoo from somewhere, from Africa or Haiti or something. They need a shaman or something, bro. Manchester United is a disaster. Manchester United, even when Manchester United got rid of Ralph Rangnick, a lot of people don't know Ralph Rangnick is a really good coach. If you look at his history in Germany, he's a man who knows how to build a team. He's one of the person who's responsible for that really high pressing football and really pressing teams and turning over the ball as well. I think he's coaching us in Austria right now, and Austria is doing much better. The problem that Ralph Rangnick run into at Manchester United, you had players like Cristiano Ronaldo who were potentially bigger than the head coach. When you have a player like Cristiano Ronaldo in the dressing room, it creates an issue. Every time they lost the football, you saw every time they lost the football, you would see what's his name? Bruno Fernandes just drop his hand. He looked frustrated. Then they had the Macy Greenwood problem before that. And then you have Rashford, him and Cristiano Ronaldo, the dressing room problem. There was just a lot happening with that Manchester United team, and they weren't able to just get it together. And I think a lot of it came back down for me with Manchester United. A lot of it came down to team chemistry, guys. I don't think they had the chemistry that they needed in that team. No, Manchester United, for me, they need to let go of Bruno Fernandes. They need to let go of Rashford. McTominay needs to go. Harry Maguire needs to go. All those guys need to go. All those guys at Manchester United is from that toxic era of Manchester United. If you're gonna rebuild the team, there are certain players you just have to cut ties with them and let them go. And some of those guys are still at Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, Jadon Sancho. A lot of those guys, they're not gonna just get better. They're who they are. They're not going to get better. When you look at Arsenal, Arsenal went for a few years where they were in the wilderness, but they were building something. Arteta came in, they gave him the license to build a team. It took them 2 seasons, but it's finally paying off. He was playing a lot of young players as well. People were saying, let's see if this experiment is going to work. No, it's finally bearing fruit. I think Manchester United, they are so addicted to winning, they don't want to cut some of those players loose who are the problem. That's the thing. Manchester United wants the result right now, but sometimes to get back to the top, you have to build from below. You have to get back to the basics and rebuild the team. And I think that's what's affecting Manchester United. They are afraid to rebuild. They want to start winning by just keeping certain guys, adding certain players. They brought in Hoyland, the young Danish striker. He looks pretty good. Start building a team with some of those youngsters. Harry Maguire. This guy seems like he's picking himself. He needs to go. But for some reason, they seem like they can't get rid of him. He's putting out statements saying he's going to stay at Manchester United and he's going to fight for his spot. It doesn't work like that. And the problem that Ten Hag is running into when he was at Ajax, when you're a coach at Ajax and those clubs, you can just get rid of players because that's what Ajax and those clubs do. They sell players on. The problem is at Manchester United, it gets a bit more complicated to let go of players because you have players with contracts and this and that, and you can't just cut players loose. That's what's happening to Manchester United. And as well, Ten Hag, he's getting baptized in the Prem, and he's at one of the clubs with I would say, the most history in the Premier League. So the appetite for winning at Manchester United is huge. The appetite for winning, and that's what's affecting him. He's not getting time to lose enough game and then start winning. All hell breaks loose at Manchester United when they don't win one game. Then you have the Glazers. A lot of people are saying these men, they are American businessmen who care about profit, the bottom line. That's it. That's another big problem. So Manchester United has so many things going wrong for them. I can't see them competing this season. They're lucky if Manchester United might just barely finish in the top 10. I see Manchester United as a 8 or 9 team, similarly to Chelsea. I think both of them are like 7, 8 ish. I don't see them finishing in Champions League position for next season. A team like Aston Villa has improved too much. A team like Tottenham has improved. Look at Tottenham, where you have a new head coach at Tottenham. No, if you look on the internet, people are saying the Tottenham head coach has basically introduced a new way in football how to attack. I saw a video the other day where someone was saying this is the new way to attack in football. So they brought in a coach, and a lot of Tottenham fans, Harry Kane was a distraction at Tottenham because every season people start wondering, is Harry Kane gonna make the move? Is he gonna go? Are we gonna extend? Now they let go of Harry Kane. Tottenham looks like a totally different team. That's what happens sometimes when you have one player who soaks up all the oxygen in the room. You have to let some of those players go if you want to build a team. If you want to be, and to win the EPL, you cannot win the EPL with one star player. There are teams with 5, 6 stars who still can't win the league. How are you going to do it with one star player? And that's the difference at Tottenham. Richardson, he might not be the striker who gets you a lot of goals, but he does this job where he comes back and helps to trigger the play outside the 18, just knock it off, receive the ball and knock it off a bit and get in the box. He plays a role. Song, he's a top brass player. He's one of the most underrated players in the EPL, and he's playing very well this season. You see that the head coach is using him in a lot of different ways at Tottenham. They are an exciting team to watch. I enjoy the style of football they're playing. I enjoy the way they attack. I'm still a bit suspect because they're not very deep on the bench. I don't think Tottenham has a lot of depth on the bench. And I think when a team like Man City finally start revving up and it starts getting down to crunch time, you don't want Man City to need to win their last 2 games to win the EPL. It's going to happen. They live for that. Pep Guardiola lives for needing to win the last 2 games to win the Prem. That was a quick roundup, people. Until next time, we'll be back again. I'm gonna see if I could do the watch along for one of the schoolboy football games today, but I have to find the link first and see if the games are gonna be running. So until next time, people, have a great Saturday. Blessings.